What's up, people? We got another episode coming, but I'm going to be responsible because we got on Lil Nas X last week. I'm going to be very responsible this week. I'm going to say that this is a very touchy subject that we speaking on today. Maybe some things that we don't want our younger crowd to see, to hear. We're going to use a few words. One of them starting with an N. We're going to use that quite frequently today. But yeah. That's my disclaimer. My 2 cents. Let's get it.
I'm good. I just be up in my thoughts saying, yeah. Don't feel sorry for me. No pity parties for me. New Benz, new Ferraris for me. For the list of my regrets, no more sorries for me.
How you gonna take a selfie during the intro?
Because I was doing what was on your head.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, I can accept that. But what's going on, people? We back. We have made it, y'all. Episode 10.
Whoop whoop.
Episode 10. This is kind of like games started, games played. Me and Sid are 10 for 10.
I had a load manage.
Huh?
I had to load manage.
You had to load manage.
I had to load manage.
So we got that boy Christopher Howard back this week.
I'm back.
What up?
So I know some of you may be listening, may not be excited about Chris being back, but I'm excited.
That's wow.
I'm excited that my bro is back. We got Nee in the building, of course.
Yeah.
Nee is here. You ain't gonna ask them?
Huh?
You ain't gonna ask them?
Did you miss me?
They missed you.
They missed me.
Don't come give me Tommy Davis, please.
But yeah, we back, man. Episode 10. We gonna get into a few things today. Black Like Me. Shout out to Mickey Guyton for that joint. Black Like Me country music is alive and well. We got black faces in the industry. This is my 2 cents on police brutality and the N-word. We're gonna talk about a lot today. This gonna be it should be okay. It's gonna be a nice one, man. I think got some stuff to get off my chest. I'm gonna say it with my chest. Say it with my chest. But yeah. So as usual, you know what I'm saying? What's the 411?
What is it?
We're gonna get into the 411. Coinbase, those who are in the market.
Yeah.
Y'all dibble and dabble in the stocks?
I don't.
But I did do a couple of things from my my Cash App. They allow you to do some stocks, so I bought like $1 of nothing.
Yeah, I think so. You did that.
I've done my best.
I joined the Stash app just because they sent me something, so I signed up. So I got a little money in there, but I'm not knee deep in the game.
Come on, use it correctly.
I'm not knee deep in the game like my brother to my left because he seems to be on this.
I be in it.
As you should.
I be in it. Like I told y'all, 2020 was a good year for me.
As you did.
And so definitely being able to hop in that thing. But those who do dibble and dabble and those who jump too knee deep into it, hey, that's another one, man. We coming at you today.
Come on.
But Coinbase, those who know what Coinbase is, it's Coinbase actually went public, and they were projected to open at $250 a share, which sounds pretty cheap, right? For if you know what Coinbase is, sounds very, very cheap. So I put in my little bid, thinking I'm finna get, I ain't gonna say how many shares. I ain't gonna talk about my pockets, but
please don't.
I went to get a few shares, and and you know what happened?
It jumped.
It opened at 381. What the fuck happened? Yeah, when I tell y'all, I was in the middle of a meeting. I was at work and I saw it and I said, "Huh?" And they were looking at me like,
"Sir." But
I was sad. But yeah, definitely Coinbase went public. It's one big thing. We'll slide past that since y'all.
I'm not big on it, but I would like to know. But we can talk about.
I gotta get y'all in the game. In the game, man.
I know somebody in the game. They bought a couple of things. I don't know exactly.
Like drugs?
I hope I will not. I don't know.
I don't know.
But no, they talked to me about a few things that they have, purchased when the flights and stuff were down. They dipped in that a little bit. So who knows?
I mean, look, I was trying to make my purchase. I wish I had some UsherBucks.
Come on.
Wish I had some UsherBucks to do that with, but also in the news,
My guy wrong for that.
The boy Usher Raymond the fourth.
And I'm so disappointed.
That boy Usher was handing out UsherBucks at a at the script club.
Yeah.
The scripts. Look, and so he does. They're blasting him for throwing UsherBucks. So apparently,
of course,
after they raked him over the coals down the street, you know, all through the dog stuff. They just drug him. They drug him. Then it comes to find out that the girl who initially posted it, the stripper, comes back and says, I didn't say that was all the money he threw. So Usher did take care of these young ladies.
That's the problem.
He took care of these young ladies, but but apparently the money, the UsherBucks, as they are being called, the UsherBucks were used there. The purpose was to for promo for his upcoming Vegas residency.
Boo.
He's gonna do a Vegas residency. I need to see when that is. I might need to be in.
Yeah, I would like to. I would like to, because I was a big fan of Usher. I actually won a 7th grade talent show doing "You Make Me Wanna." Shout out to South Park.
Did you record it?
I don't think they have recorded it. People couldn't just walk in there with VHS tapes, man.
So basically, what you're saying is this was done way back when they couldn't record.
Well, I guess not.
It would have been bring it in there. It would have been on the black and white.
That or
First of all,
I'm picking up what you're putting down. Now we're gonna have to fight for it.
Don't let them do you like that.
Now we're gonna have to fight for it.
But no. So then, yeah, definitely UsherBucks, real big thing. But I definitely got to check out and see when that. You know, I'm good for a trip to Vegas.
Yeah. I think that should be something we should look into.
I'm definitely gonna do that. Also, sad news this week.
Yeah.
That boy Earl Simmons passed away. We know that man is DMX, the dog.
Yeah.
Passed away, man.
Bless his heart.
Man, for sure. I mean,
he was very influential, and he, you know, I just hate that he went through what he went through.
He lived a
full
50 life, man.
Right. He did a lot of things.
I'll tell you one thing I appreciate about DMX, because he was probably one of the first truly authentic to come through, like really giving you his entire self unapologetically, you know, and he was never shy about his faith.
Right.
You know, regardless of what he had been through, the things that he did, his lifestyle that he lived. He even talked about, you know, he how he got onto drugs to begin with. Someone tricked him into being on drugs, and then, you know, he was like, regardless of that, you know, I didn't do near as much as what I did until I had money, and then it was insane. So I mean, definitely battling those demons, mental health. You know, we're gonna have our mental health episode coming up soon. The title of that episode is actually a DMX song, and is titled "Slipping," based off of his song where he's talking about like mental health.
Nice.
But definitely, man, DMX for sure. RIP to that man. Very influential. I think I'm definitely got to add a song this week from the dog for sure. But
they cleared up the rumors. Jay-Z is not buying his masters, so
he's not.
No, he didn't. They cleared those rumors up. So the family did.
You got to defend Jay.
I have to.
You have to. Just out of nowhere. Literally out of nowhere.
You know what?
I'm the spokesperson.
No. Y'all have to go. Everyone, go find Sid on any social media platform, and you will see her profile picture.
Fudge you, man.
And you will see exactly why she defends Jay. And but
I'm a stan. I'm a big stan.
I'm gonna tell you somebody who I'm telling you this. After a week of thinking about it.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Lil Nas X here. After a week of thinking about it, Lil Nas X is definitely a genius marketer.
Okay.
You know, I understand everything that was done, why he did it, how he did it. We were talking about it because of it. But he taking a little heat, a little more heat. So he has been tweeting. Those who follow, this is via Twitter, but he's basically telling people, hey, go stream it today. That he doesn't know how long it's gonna be on there. You know, he's telling them to go and screen record the video because they don't know how long it's been on it. And then Columbia Records actually backed it all, saying, yeah, it's out of our control. We don't really know what to do about it. So I'm not sure. I guess we'll get more news as it goes on. I'm not sure who's pulling the plugs, who's orchestrating this.
Who is they that's taking it off the airwaves though?
You know who they are. The Illuminati. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. No, but I think it's okay. I mean, given the parental things that you guys spoke about, I had to, just like you. That's another way to look at it. I had to, I do get why it was upsetting, but I still believe what I believe. That ain't my job to raise your child.
Right, right.
I'm up here. I'm saying stuff. Say stuff another day, but I'm not here to make sure that your child is building the character after they listen to 20 minutes of my rant. That's on you to deal with that.
I feel. We ain't gonna talk too much about Lil Nas X. I just want bro to resolve whatever he's got going on with this record, we'll kind of see what's going on there. But yeah, that's the 411.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's
definitely. I'll tell y'all. Through 10 episodes of this pod, it has been amazing how episode ideas just kind of come.
Yeah.
And it's like, legitimately, I'm like, man, we should do an episode on XYZ. And then something will happen that week, and it's just like,
that's the one.
And it confirms,
the one that you were thinking about.
And it confirms, yeah. So which is really, really funny. So
divine intervention.
Yeah, you can call it that. You can definitely call it that.
I like it.
So, Black Like Me.
Okay.
All of us are black. And in support of black, we're sipping our black-owned whiskey.
Absolutely.
And in our My2Centz cups, you got to peep that. Oh, shout out to Ashley for the cups.
Yes.
For the glasses.
You can purchase these. I'm just playing. I don't know if you can
you
just
purchase
yet,
these?
but just in case, just put an order in and we'll see what happens.
Leave a comment and
leave a comment if you'd like.
Leave a comment
to drink your 2 cents.
A positive comment.
I don't know what y'all doing.
I'm marketing. I'm not a Lil Nas X today.
No.
We're gonna have to write a treatment then. We're gonna have to figure it out.
Spending too much time with Uncle Nearest.
You know
Way
what?
too much.
That's both of y'all. But no. My2Centz, episode 10, obviously, like I said, Black Like Me. Couple situations happened this week. We talk about police brutality. We'll kind of get into that. But we're talking about the N-word, which is, y'all, I've never envisioned doing a episode about the N-word. I think that's the dumbest subject to ever have a conversation about. But you know what?
Yeah.
We're going to talk about it today.
Well, we talking about it because the boy Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all, look. Anybody who knows me knows Kyrie used to be my guy.
He used to be your boy.
Kyrie
he did?
was
Until
he started talking.
Kyrie was my guy because Kyrie and look, and I'm a Carolina guy, and Kyrie played at Duke, and I hate every Duke guy. You guys, Chris, if you went to Duke, I hate you.
Didn't Jason go there?
Jason Tatum.
And it was another
Screw
person.
him
He
too.
doesn't like Zion. Zion's like the most amazing
there was
young
a guy
player.
that came
he
out
hates him.
in
Brandon Ingram,
2003.
he dumb too. Trajan Langdon, Jay Williams is who
That's
you're
what
talking
I'm
about.
talking about. Yeah,
I have
yeah.
always hated them all.
Love
Let's go back. Shane Battier,
Shane.
Elton Brand. Oh. Carlos Boozer, I can't
Yeah.
stand him.
Boozer was a dog at Duke.
Man,
Boozer. We had Boozer in the Rockets
was
at
a
one
dog.
point.
His
And
JJ
Batty.
Redick.
He got that
It was
wiener
the-
neck.
It was a winker.
Corey McGetty.
I hated them all. But
All of
listen,
them, man.
so
That's
but
some
Kyrie never played against Carolina because he got hurt. So that is my disclaimer of why I can support him.
Oh, okay.
And so, but Kyrie was always my guy, and
was keyword.
I'm
Was.
gonna tell you why he was because I was always telling people Kyrie's that guy. Kyrie's that guy. The NBA Finals happens. He proves he's that guy. And then he decided that, hey, I don't need LeBron. I can do whatever. And but then it's like, okay, young fella, you know what I'm saying, go do what you got to do. And you know what happened?
He tanked.
He failed miserably. When he got to Boston, he failed miserably. Now, granted, he had some mental things going on, but it's just then he was doing a lot.
I think so.
Back to last week's episode, he was doing too much. And so, but Kyrie has recently transitioned to Islam faith.
I thought so.
That's what they said. And so, and because of that, Islam.
We're saying it incorrectly.
That's why you need a mic.
That's why you needed a mic.
So you can help me out.
Are you yelling across the room?
Islam. But what Malcolm then was.
Yeah.
So he what Malcolm and
Malcolm
Little, what they was. So he's recently transitioned, and so he's y'all think back. Kyrie said that the Earth was flat.
Did he really?
He said that. He said that.
He wholeheartedly believes it. Like,
no wonder he became unattractive. He shaved the beard now. I saw during this fight he shaved the beard, and when I saw the clip, I was upset.
Well, you was talking about being attractive. I ain't never looked at Kyrie and be like,
"Of course you're not." I'm sorry. I just had to do that for the females.
Oh, girl, he fine. I ain't never.
Okay. Go from faith, beliefs
to he fine.
Okay,
but
he had to give up sex.
So here's the situation. The situation is Kyrie's on the court playing the Lakers, and Dennis Schroeder. Those who don't know Dennis Schroeder, he is German.
Yes.
Dennis Schroeder is German. Schroeder. Because if he was American, it would be Schroeder. But he's not, so it's Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder. So Dennis Schroeder is German, but but out in this world, they would see him and say he's black like me.
Very much so.
He
is for real too.
Dennis Schroeder on the court. Kyrie's holding him. Kyrie fouls, and Dennis Schroeder says, "Damn, nigga." Actually, he says, "Goddamn, nigga, like you're fouling the shit out of me." You
and
know
that's
what I'm
okay.
Which is common talk.
And Kyrie goes off and is like, "Don't call me nigga. You don't fucking know me. Watch your fucking mouth." It was and so which if that had been it may have been cool. But then he goes on and he completely loses his shit and gets thrown out of the game.
Yeah, I saw that part.
Right? So everyone, granted, we're all like, bro, Kyrie tripping. Then we come to find out, that he has transitioned into, Islamic faith.
So that's his personal days?
Well, you don't find it out until after the game.
Yeah, but so it makes sense why he's been taking so many personal days for personal reasons.
I'm not upset.
That makes sense, And so
I thought it was to call me, but hey.
I didn't think about that.
Ain't nobody
thinking about me.
You know what you ought to tell him? What? You can't call nobody. But so Kyrie goes on a Twitter rant to us and just basically saying that the word has always been of derogatory form. I'm paraphrasing here, but it never will be flipped or
as a term
reclaimed or turned into a term of endearment.
Yeah.
Never forget the true essence of what the word was meant for.
Which is good.
We're not slaves. We're not N-words. We're not ends. Is what he said. And so. Basically, my question to you two is: how do we feel about this? I have my opinion, but how do you guys feel about the whole Kyrie situation?
I think he grown. I think he can. I'm happy that he's thinking for himself. I'm happy that he felt boldly enough to say I could care less about this right now. I'm happy. I don't like it. Don't use it. I mean, I feel some type of way when I hear it too, because I don't like to hear other people say it. A lot of times, that doesn't look like me.
You don't like when white folks say it.
I don't like when anybody. I had this conversation with my dear friend here, because he told me a joke earlier.
Okay.
It was hilarious, but
Okay.
it made me uncomfortable.
Okay.
Because he's not of us, but that was his.
Okay.
That was his comfortableness.
That was his point.
And so that's what it makes me uncomfortable, because I endured a joke yesterday where somebody was having that conversation. It was a Caucasian guy, and he told a joke about
the mountains of Caucasus.
Yeah, he told a joke about the Jews, and so I was like, "Bro, you can't say shit like that.
Right.
Like, you of all people shouldn't be saying anything like that." And so he just, I thought it was funny, but it's not.
It may be funny if somebody else told it.
I don't think it would have been funny at all.
Okay.
I think now, because I'm kind of sensitive now too. I'm a little older, so certain stuff annoys me. I think he did okay.
What you think? So
from
have an opinion.
I understand Kyrie Irving. I understand his thought processes.
Okay.
I understand that, he subscribes to a certain belief system. But I also understand, bro, you got 12 guys that depend on you to play basketball right now. So regardless of what this man said to you, your job, your obligation, your responsibility to them is bigger than the beliefs that you subscribe to for these 48 minutes, because we hooping right now. Yeah. We hooping. Yeah. So if Dennis Schroeder decides that he wants to call you a nigga, you can get that first tick. Cool, put him in his place, but then you got to go cook him on the court, because there's guys that depend on you.
He should have taken that to the court.
You can't get thrown out of the game to prove your point. You can get one take.
It was a regular season
doesn't matter.
Game.
It's still the guys that depend on you.
It's
still guys that depend on you. It's the principle of the matter.
If he's a leader,
it's the principle of the matter, because
if he's a leader, but that's the stuff that they used to argue about him going into the locker rooms, because he blows up locker rooms.
Right, and then it's like, all right, I might be a guy that's in the starting lineup with you, and I might not subscribe to your belief system, but I still need you on this court. So for you to go off like that on Dennis, you sell me out too. So how can I trust you?
Wow, that's a reach.
You know what? I gotta say this.
I get
look, I gotta say it. I gotta say it.
We athletes, man.
Nigga, please,
man. Hell no. Because at the end of the day, you jeopardize what we had going for your own personal beliefs.
Okay, all right, listen.
It's the principle, man. It's the principle.
Listen,
you gotta be a grown man enough to put somebody in their place and still do your job.
I understand. Let me give you my 2 cents.
Hold on, real quick. Muhammad Ali. When they was calling him out of his name, they call him Cassius. He ain't get the fight thrown. He whooped his ass, and now you respect his name. Go cook that man.
What he can't put his hands on him.
His mama call him Clay.
Go cook that man. You got the best handle in the league. Okay. You got the best handle in the league.
Right,
put Dennis on his behind.
What's your 2 cents, bro?
All right, here it is. I'm gonna give it to you. Can I get a single shot? Let me get a single shot. Let me say this. Listen,
zoom into the guy.
Put the camera on me. Okay, listen. I think that what Kyrie Irving has said and done is very admirable. All right, I applaud him. I'm going to give him a hand clap right now.
Yeah.
What he has said, I appreciate it and all that. At the same time, the fact that you have shown to be so sensitive to it, the first thing I'm doing next game out is dropping a bucket on you and said, you can't hold me, nigga. That's what I'm going to do. Because you've shown that I can get into your head. You've shown that just because this is basketball. What did Omar Epps tell Sanaa Lathan?
Oh, yeah. All is
fair in love and basketball. I love you. I love you, my guy. I love that you want to take this stand. I love it.
But we hooping
But you know what? We're hooping right now. So my job is to get in your head. You know why I'm going to get into your head?
Because you allowed me.
Because you better than me.
Yeah.
And I need every advantage.
I need every
Schroeder's defense.
So
not a defense.
They was both. He was cooking them. But anyway, the fact of the matter is that Kyrie has every right to stand how he feels. It was a regular season game, so I have no issue with him taking a stance, getting thrown out. It was actually a scheduled loss anyway, but like Nets wasn't gonna win that game, like based off of how.
Even if they would have, even if everybody would have been healthy,
we know how the schedule works. The way it's just like built in. You got a team who fresh, and you've been playing 3 out of 4 nights. You tired. It's a schedule loss. Yeah. So they wasn't gonna win anyway. They was already losing. Schroeder was cooking, and Kyrie was cooking. Kyrie was having a good game. They just wasn't gonna win. So but the fact of the matter is,
that was his moment to give up too.
I have no issue with anything that went down. I have no issue. I just feel like you can't be mad at this man for calling you a word when you haven't voiced that you feel some type of way.
Very much.
At that point, it's disrespectful.
I think it was very. I agree. It's disrespectful for him to take that approach with the other guy, knowing that everybody didn't know what the hell was going on.
I'm saying if you come and say if he had have announced this, when he had the awakening, he just said, you know what, N-word, like I'm done with it, throw it out the window, don't say it, don't approach me with it.
He should have gave a Kanye disclaimer. I'm gonna do gospel now.
You want
he should have gave a Kanye disclaimer.
You want to be warned beforehand before you violate him.
I mean, I'm just saying. I don't know I'm violating you. Therefore, how can you be mad at me? Because this is common. There's videos of Kyrie saying it.
In his heart.
But he's had a change of heart. So let me know, and then if I still choose to say it, then you can square up and let me know what's going on.
As your opponent, I don't care what you subscribe to right now. We hooping. So if I know that you don't like that, like you said earlier, I'm probably gonna use that as ammo.
So let me explain my personal relationship with the word.
Okay.
My personal relationship is that it is definitely, I will not confirm nor deny that it is the word I use on a regular basis.
Of course not.
But I would tell you this, that most people have never heard me use the word.
Correct.
And I do not use the word in mixed company. And I don't really use the word in public. For personal reasons, not because for any reason. It's just the fact that you will never be able to say you said it.
Yeah.
No, you ain't never heard me say it. We talked about the dude that I worked with in the past who said, I'm pretty sure outside of work Cameron sags his pants. And I'm like, bro, you've never seen me sag my pants.
What?
Therefore,
why haven't you reported this guy to HR?
I don't work there no more.
And I'm like, bro,
and he got fired on his own.
Before you got to Houston.
This is before I got to Houston. But so it's like in that regard, it's like you make assumptions based off what you think. So you can assume, you use the word, but you've never heard me use the word. Therefore, you should not assume that it's cool for you to use it. I don't care how many of your one or two black friends have allowed you to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't say that around me.
That brings me to the good movie Dope, when a girl kept smacking no boy.
Right. But my parents, I was raised in the atmosphere that it was two things that were understood.
Okay.
You better not get in no fight because somebody says something about your mama.
Yeah.
And words are just words.
Yeah.
Right. So it's never been something or another that when I am called that, and those moments are funny to me. I won't lie to you.
Really?
When someone,
it just depends on when they say it.
No, it
has to be timing.
It happens. It happens at work frequently. Y'all people. I work in Tomball, Texas. Prior to that, I was in Longview, Texas. I grew up in Lufkin, Texas. I done heard the word thrown in my direction a few times, right? And so, I'll tell you a quick little story. Look, I was at work. It was during the freeze that we had back in February, and so we changed the hours.
They still hot. They still hot about that president stuff.
I mean, it was probably cold.
It was cold too.
But I was at the exit door not letting people in, right? And so people couldn't get in the entrance, so they were trying to come to the exit. Hey, man, I just need this one part. I'll only be 2 minutes. No, bro, you won't, because I got plenty of people in here who I got to get out of here. I got people home to their families, blah, blah, blah. And so you go back and forth with a gentleman, and there's one of my coworkers is with me, a white person, and I keep saying as I'm talking to this individual, oh, it's coming. Oh, it's coming. And he's like, what are you talking about? Just wait. It's coming. Oh, it's coming. Oh, it's coming. And then when it finally came to the head, and I was like, look, man, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not letting you in.
Yeah.
Okay? We open my office hours
9
to 5. Right? And once I said it, you know what I got? You fucking nigger. And I said, God. There it is. There it is. Okay. And it's like, I mean, it's happened frequently. But you know what I like to do to people?
Right.
I like to piss him off. So after he says it, I was like, I took you more as the coon type.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't think you would use that one. Oh my God, my feelings are so hurt. Get out of here, scram,
man.
They
are using that
but no, that's the way I feel.
I don't have a real feeling about it. I mean,
well, let me ask this. I don't mean to cut you off, but let me ask you this: Chris, how do you approach the use of the word in parenting? How do you approach that with Maddie May? Matter of fact, shout out to Maddie May.
She had her
first basketball game.
Buckets.
She got 2 buckets. She was hooping.
And they won.
She was playing clamp defense. I got the videos to prove it, since they want a social distance and I ain't allowed to go. You know, Uncle Cam can't go. But you know what? Maddie May hooped. But how do you approach the word when it comes to Maddie May?
Honestly, she's 8 right now, so I don't think the consciousness of the word has kicked in to where we've actually had the conversation. And I use the word every single day, but I don't use the word outside of people that I'm not comfortable with. So I use the word with you, and you, but I go to work and I won't use the word, or I be around my daughter and I won't use the word. So she's probably never even seen me say the word, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't censor my music often around my daughter, so she's probably heard the word, but we've never sat and actually had the conversation about the word.
Okay.
So
that makes sense.
There is a follow-up parenting question later on that I'll ask you, but in you know what, we had the whole Kyrie conversation and I didn't even give the track for the conversation. So the track for the Kyrie portion of this is by that boy Jay-Z.
Of course.
Nigga what?
Nigga who?
Nigga who? I just had to let that be known because that's gonna be added onto the playlist and people gonna need to know what's up. But let's go ahead and let's change gears. Okay. Let's talk about because obviously we are viewed by a lot of America.
Yeah. And
forever will be viewed as niggas.
Still
right?
Nigga.
And you know, Jay said it. Story of OJ. He told him, you know, still nigga. No matter what,
which one, no matter which shade you are.
You know, even in the Benz, Kanye said, you're still a nigga in the coupe. You know, we talk about this. No matter what, that is what, which is, you know, so no matter what the case, that's the way you're going to be perceived. So. You know, we definitely have a lot of things going on with police. We can name every single name on the list of those we've lost in the last few years. We can go back even more years. I'm from Lufkin, you know, so you know we definitely have things that have happened due to that are racially motivated events that have happened in history. Everyone kind of knows about those. But recently, obviously, Daunte Wright. Yeah. And recently had another police shooting, killing this officer, Kim Potter. Let's put her on the screen. And notice it's the mugshot. We not finna put the smiling face that they trying to put in the media.
Do to us.
They trying to put this in the media.
Back to American Skin.
You know, they trying to put in the media this lady smiling and being so warm and happy. But no, we gonna put this mugshot up here. Kim Potter has been charged, I believe, with second degree manslaughter. Warning disclaimer as well. This is my man Daunte Wright on the screen. So regardless of what happened, what he had on him, what he did, you can't mistake your gun for your taser for your gun. You can't do that.
Yeah, so I don't believe that.
I definitely contemplated whether or not, but we're gonna actually show the video. So that is definitely, I'm letting you know now, it's coming. It's coming. Definitely a disclaimer. The video is coming. So we'll go ahead and drop that. Very graphic, obviously. What we're about to see, but typical, like based off the video. Yeah, have y'all seen the video?
Yeah, I've seen it.
My first time watching it.
Okay, so it's a typical traffic stop, and the irony is this lady is not even the main cop responding.
Yeah.
It's her body cam footage, but she's not even the main cop. There is one vehicle. I believe he was the only occupant in the vehicle. And there is the black cop who gets him out of the vehicle. There's a white cop on the passenger side. But Daunte Wright, I think that they were about to find something on him, which they put on the screen. They were about to find something on him. He jerked away to get back in the car. She pulls her gun and yells, taser, 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 I'll tase you. Now, look, when I initially heard about this, I was saying, you know, tasers on one side, guns on the other.
It is.
You know, it's possible they both have a trigger. Maybe it is possible to mistake grab one and go instantly into. But no, she held it
very long.
Taser ain't that damn heavy.
It's bulky.
Not
8.1
ounces, you know, producer tells us. But so it's not like, and I know police use Glocks.
This is 16.
I have one. That's fluid ounces. We not gonna judge you for not knowing the difference between fluid.
All right, I don't do math.
That's tough.
All right,
that's tough.
Fudge y'all. Yeah, I know.
Why you do her like
you
that?
can't be. It's not my fault that
he can do it. All right,
I don't want her at her time really thinking
shit.
I don't want her.
She had a point.
She thought she had a point.
I did have a point. Loud and wrong.
You laugh. But based off of this, I own a Glock 17, which is for me in a lot of cases a standard police weapon in certain states. I don't know what their standard police weapon is, but I tell you, it looked like a Glock. I know how heavy the Glock is when it's loaded, and unless she done shot somebody early in the day, she got a full 17 rounds in that bad boy, a full 17. So there ain't no way in hell you thought that was a taser. There's no way.
I just don't believe she did.
And you held it in front of you for a good 13.2 seconds. I don't know if that's accurate. We can look at the video if y'all want to, but she held it for a long time.
It was very long. I'll tase you, taser, tase him. It kind of bothered me that she repetitively said it. So I just don't understand how she really thought she was holding a taser. I don't get it. I don't know. I don't like talking about it. I hate that he even put all of the officers in that particular predicament. Granted, he did not deserve to die, but I just hate the situation altogether. But I'm not happy that it happened. I'm glad it gives us a little conversation to understand something that those cops do go through when somebody does react that way.
All right, so
you get both sides of that coin. Does that make any sense?
No, fuck that. I'm sorry. Nah.
We can't have both sides of that conversation?
No, we can't. Because, fuck no. You are trained to be calm in the situation. If I got to hold my shit when there's 3 cops around me surrounded, if I got to maintain my cool.
You got to maintain my
your ass is over here chilling. You ain't even in the action. And you can't maintain your cool and you been on the job 26 years? No.
I'm not justifying what she did.
I don't care if he got in his car and drove off.
He shouldn't have.
Follow him.
Yeah, that's all they could have done.
There's no reason for you to pull your gun and shoot him. There's no reason.
I'm not saying she did.
And if you've been doing this job every day for 26 years and you decide, I'm a mistake, I don't know what side I put my taser on them, what job my gun is.
Agree with.
The hell with second-degree manslaughter. Get her up out of here.
I do believe she murdered him. I do believe that there was intent. I'm only speaking for the people that have these thoughts. Because you see it every time it happens, where he shouldn't have done that. He shouldn't have did this. I'm only speaking for that.
She shouldn't have pulled a gun.
She shouldn't have pulled a gun.
She should have figured out something else.
I'm just trying to get your perspective.
She should have stayed her ass on the sideline. Like I'm look, I'm just saying.
I agree, but I just want y'all to think about the other side of it.
So I honestly, Chris, as a black man.
Oh, that's why. That's the trigger point.
Tell me your perspective. How do you feel as a black man?
As a black man, it's one of those things where it's like you should be able to be any color, but specifically a black man, and be a criminal and be apprehended and still have your life, right? Mm-hmm. I do feel that way. But I also, as someone that formerly used to work in the criminal justice system, and I used to tell young black men, because I worked with young black men specifically, I would tell them all the time, when we face situations, we're already at a disadvantage. So we have to make sure that we do everything, even if we have to swallow our pride, just so we can make it to tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So I think what Sid was saying is, not that it's good that we saw this. It's not good at all. Right. This is my first time watching the video, and it's kind of hard to have this conversation now because I just watched it. But it's like we saw actually resisting, and we know that they don't love us.
Right.
We know that they don't love us. So now Daunte Wright is a prime example of
what they claim.
What they will do, not if we don't act accordingly, because I don't like to say act accordingly because that makes it seem like we're like subordinate to them. But if we don't do what we need to do to survive. So in that situation, in order to preserve life, whatever you got on you, bruh, whatever you've done, whatever your crimes is, just take your L because you ain't killed nobody. So you going to be home eventually.
Yeah.
And you get to live. And no, the cop is not right. Yes, the cop should be prosecuted. But right now, that's going to happen. What's going to happen with that is going to happen with that. But Daunte Wright doesn't have his life. Right. So other black men, other young black men that see this, that's maybe doing things that they don't have no business doing, to where they may run into issues with the police. Man, whatever it is that you're doing, if you get caught, yes, sir. No, sir. Not because fuck respect. This is about survival.
Yeah. Now and that's exactly what it is.
We have to get to the point to where we teach our young black men how to survive, because there's one thing, the same thing I tell women about the clothes that you choose to wear. Yeah, you should be able to wear what you want to wear.
Cool.
It's just an example. Okay, fuck it. Let's go back. What I'm saying is,
boy, you was finna get your ass canceled.
yeah. What I'm saying is, that's a whole nother conversation. But what I'm saying is, we know they don't love us,
Right.
so we need to organize ourselves so when we deal with them, we can act in a way to preserve life because they don't give a fuck about us. And if nobody cares about you, if somebody doesn't care about you, you gotta finesse a way to where you can see tomorrow.
2 questions.
What's up?
Why do I have to?
Because you're black and they don't love you.
Exactly. That's my point.
whoa.
That's my point.
Wait,
That's
what do you
my
mean?
point.
Why do you have to?
Why do I have to why do I have to go through extreme that word circumstances to keep my life?
Because that's the
why can't you go through these same circumstances to not shoot my black ass?
Because
why is it?
Because
and
that's
so
not what they've been taught.
Listen, and the reality is here's
that's not how we got here.
Next piece of this is about, I said the second parenting perspective on this. Chris, you're raising a girl.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all met Dizzle last week. But back in June, we are getting ready to go to George Floyd rally.
Mm-hmm.
And Aiden at the time, 9 years old, knows we're going, knows, he's not, obviously he's not going. But he comes up to me the night before and gives me a hug and looks up at me and says, tomorrow, try not to die. Like, please don't die. What the hell am I supposed to do with that?
So,
telling you so I'm looking at this guy, 9 years old, who's affected by the things he's seeing on TV about George Floyd. And, there was a previous moment where I manufactured a lesson. It was a parenting fail, but my intention was to, teach a lesson about do what you got to do to get home. That was the intention of my lesson.
Right.
My delivery was trash, but we were walking in one day. I nudged Aiden, just playfully, nudged him. Coming down the hallway, going to the apartment, the old apartment. So I'm nudging him. Boom, he pushed me back. Actually, the first time he didn't do nothing. I nudged him again. He didn't do nothing. Third time I nudged him, he pushed me back. So then I unlocked the door, leave him outside, and I said, "You want to get in?" Apologize, jokingly. But then it pops in my head, oh, this can be a teachable moment. Parenting fail. Like I said. So I'm like, this is teachable. My point is, you didn't do anything wrong, but you got to swallow your pride just to get back in the house safely. Mm-hmm. That was the point of this lesson. Why at 9 years old do I feel the need to have to teach him that? Why doesn't he get to be a kid and not have to worry about losing his life because he's playing in the yard? Why does we have to have a Tamir Rice situation, 12 years old? Why is it in my head to teach him how to survive interaction with law enforcement?
Because that's what we've been conditioned to know.
Exactly.
But it just didn't start with that. I mean, slaves did that.
So we go back to, obviously it's systemic.
Yeah, very much so.
It's rooted in this world, in this country. We know that it is deeply ingrained in society. We understand that. And I'm just simply saying that it's really hard. Honestly, the person I felt bad for, obviously outside of Daunte Wright, was the black cop. Because genuinely he was in the situation, and not only did you come out of nowhere trying to do extra, you know what I'm saying? It's not like he didn't go for his taser
at all.
He didn't go for nothing because he was, in the situation.
He had the situation under control.
And he would have had it under control. I feel.
And so it's just genuinely, and then he's looking. She said, "I just shot him," and he's kind of like, you can just, It
sounded like she said it jokingly, like she was expecting the white cop that was across from her to start laughing, like, "Oh well." That's how I took her saying, "I just shot him." Like, "Oh well." I don't think she said, "I just shot him," in a way to be like, I really did something wrong. I don't think she said it that way.
I mean, and it's really bad because obviously, we had the situation with the Army lieutenant in the situation with police. He's suing. That apparently happened in December. So that's an older situation. What I thought was ironic about it, I don't believe the cops in that video had on masks, and it was in December of 2020.
The mandate wasn't.
So
do they even? I don't think I've ever seen a cop without a mask.
I just want to kind of point that out. That's what I noticed in the video as well. I also noticed that they told my brother to get out the car. Like, how I'm gonna open the car and you just pepper sprayed me? How I'm gonna get out? I can't see.
I still hadn't seen that one, so I'll look at it.
I saw that.
I definitely, but yeah, it's y'all. It's. I'm tired of this shit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Definitely tired of it.
But it's bad because it's almost like. I was having a conversation like with Ashley the other day, and we were talking about, losing people, you know what I mean? Like, to old age, whatever the case may be, they may get a disease. I've lost plenty of people. I lost, grandparents, aunties, uncles, friends, you know what I'm saying? So I've experienced loss, started at an early age. I think my grandpa died when I was 8. So, I've experienced loss. Ashley, on the other hand, hasn't experienced much loss, if any, substantial loss. And so I'm saying that, when I hear XYZ has cancer, my mind is already prepared. I've already envisioned them dying, and I've started my grieving process because I have experience with it, right? Okay. And so it's kind of in these situations. And what she said is, she was like, nah, it feels like you're numb to it. And I was just like, am I?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about this and saying, I'm damn near numb when these things happen. It's not like, it's like I hear it and I'm just like, another one. You know what I mean? And it's hard to get outraged anymore.
I think that's why I haven't watched the video until just now.
It's so hard.
Yeah,
I only watched it earlier when I was deciding which video we may show. And so that was my first time. I didn't even watch it in full. I just noticed where it started and press play. So I mean, it's literally, it's hard, man. It's really hard being black.
Oh yeah.
It's hard not only being black, it's hard being a black man. I will not say it's hard being a black woman, because that's not something I can say, because I'm not a black woman.
No.
I'll leave that for you to say.
I definitely understand your sentiment when you say that, because definitely, black men are the head of the household. So you carry a little bit more than what we have to do. What we have to do is more emotional based. We don't know your emotional capacity. So I definitely understand when you come. I support you. I do support black men. Please don't take what I said earlier out of context. I support black men and I want to protect them. I was only trying to speak based on dialogue.
Right. I feel.
I wasn't trying to,
I understand. I mean, and I
in that
understand
moment,
you got to let people know.
Yeah.
But I understood, the point of it. I'm just saying to you.
Yeah.
Nah, I got what you said.
But I support you.
But that's the conversation that people will watch that video, and the first thing out of their mouth will be, well, if he hadn't.
Of course.
Well, if she hadn't. You know
absolutely.
what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired of that. I'm
very
genuinely
tired
of that. Like, I'm telling you, like, it's to the point where, I got pulled over in my neighborhood.
Oh, it's annoying.
And granted, everybody speed in their neighborhood. And it's a 30 mile in the neighborhood. I think I was going like 42. Okay. Pulled me over. Really cool dude. Mm-hmm. But the first thing I did, I had my phone on the dash. On the magnet. The first thing I did is jumped in the group text and hit FaceTime. Wow. And genuinely, the thing about it is, everybody in the group chat knows. Answer it.
Well, that's
no matter
great.
what. I could have did it by accident, but if we see a group FaceTime pop up, everybody's jumping in, and I get pulled over. I press it, and two of the partners jump in at work. They just jump in.
Gotta see it.
And you know what I'm saying.
And shout out to you too, whoever did that.
And so just because I don't know what's gonna happen, I ain't got nothing in my car. I ain't did nothing but drive a few miles over the speed limit, but who knows how this is gonna turn out?
Who knows? Absolutely.
You know, and so like as soon as we get pulled over, I'm grabbing my wallet, taking my seatbelt off, my phone, everything's going on the dash. I'm 10 and 2, and I am not. If I got on a hoodie, I'll take that shit off.
No, see, you're doing too much movement for me though.
He ain't got out of his car yet, so he can't see me. I got tinted windows. He can't see me.
I hope
so.
not,
I'm literally
I
take off my stuff. I throw it. I roll down my windows. And I'm 10 and 2, and I need nothing. You to feel like I have done nothing. Everything you need is right there. I pulled up my insurance on my phone. My password is XYZ. Go. You got it. I ain't moving.
I hate that we have to.
You know. But you gotta. I got pulled over on prom night. First time I got pulled over on prom night, and this cop rolls up on the car, and it's me, my cousin, and my partner Ralph in the back seat. Mm-hmm. This is junior year prom. We ain't had no dates. But so we all rolling. You know, I was taking them to the house or whatever, and get pulled over. I made a snap decision. You drive and it's like, oh, I can go this way. Didn't use a blinker. Pull me over. Right, pull me over. He rolls up, and I'm nervous as hell. Never been pulled over before, so I'm jittery. I'm shaking. Mm-hmm. And he asked, "Are you okay? Have you been drinking? You seem nervous." I ain't never got pulled over before, bruh. Yes, I'm nervous. Because y'all kill niggas. I'm nervous. I'm nervous as hell right now. Because I don't want to get shot in my ass. I don't want that. I just want to go to IHOP where everybody else is. I just want to get to IHOP. That's all I want. I just want to get to IHOP. I just want to go and have me some strawberry pancakes. That's all I want.
Greedy.
You know, but it's like genuinely you gotta feel that way, and it's bad. It's terrible.
It's very bad.
But the fact is, I gotta teach a 10-year-old how to survive in the world that's gonna treat you a certain way because you black. And no matter how much I tell you that at 10, no matter how you have some of your best friends right now are white, but I tell you a story of how my best friend when I was 5, and we went to his house and enjoyed time. My older brother had his older brother, and my older brother was best friends. They were 10. And by the time we get to middle school, we don't talk.
Different.
We don't talk. Why? Because now I can't
hang with you.
I tell you the story all the time. Fox and the Hound. Fox and the Hound is so deep to me. It's one of my favorite Disney movies. Right? Y'all laughing, but I'm about to get deep. I'm about to get deep. I'm about to get deep on. I'm about to get knee deep on this Fox and the Hound. You got Todd. You got Copper. Right? Yeah. Todd and Copper were best friends as they were younger. Right? You know, you got Todd was the fox.
Right.
Copper was the hound. The fox is the black man. Mm-hmm. The hound is the white man. Mm-hmm. So as they were kids, they knew no different. They knew nothing, right? But as they get older, Copper was taught to hate Todd. Why? Because he was a fox. No other reason. No other reason that because he was a fox. You are supposed to hate him because he's a fox. He's not like you. You kill him. And he's different. But they grow up, and it took change in Copper to say, you know what? I ain't doing this.
That's good.
It had his owner who is trying to kill Todd too. But what happened? Todd helped you get out of the damn trap. Yeah. Todd had your back because Todd ain't got no issue with you. Yeah. You hate him.
But that's what we do.
But that's what we do.
That's what we do. That is what we do.
But so it's literally these guys were taught. He was taught to hate him, and Todd is out here like, bro, why you hate me? I'm just trying to survive in this world. I don't want nothing from you. I ain't trying to kill you, harm you. I don't want nothing.
But we do want something from them.
I don't want nothing from them.
We do.
What we want?
We want the same. We want what they have. We want the same type of freedom. We don't have that type of freedom, and that's the point of the actual tension that we have. That's the reason we keep going through this same thing.
Because we don't have that same type of freedom, that's why we have to move differently. That's why we have to realize that they do not love us, and because they do not.
If they did, they changed the Constitution a long time ago.
Here's the thing, because probably a couple months ago, I got pulled over taking Madison to school, right? And before the cop came to the vehicle, I said, "Look, Madison, the police officer is pulling us over, but we're still gonna get to school. We're gonna make sure we talk to this man, give him his respect. We're gonna make sure that we don't disrespect him, and we're gonna make sure that we get so we can just continue to roll. We're gonna take whatever consequence that we did for whatever I did, and we're gonna continue to roll. Obviously, he goes through his process, does his due diligence. We get out of there, and my whole thing that I wanted her to learn was that, hey, you might get pulled over, but don't feel scared. Just handle your business and do what you need to do as a citizen to get home. And then a lot of times I don't feel like we emphasize that, because we see some of these things that happen and we realize that they are unfair. But how many times do we actually emphasize making sure that we do what we need to do to get home, because we are different and we are less loved. And because we're less loved by them, we need to love ourselves more. We need to love our own.
We need to
more.
get back to sharing.
That's another story.
But the trouble of that is when you can do everything right and you still catch a bullet.
Yeah, we know
you
that.
can't explain that. And so it's like, it's genuinely, it's hard. Like, I fear raising children in this world, bro.
Absolutely.
I do, because it feels like I'm bringing them into a world that hates them, and it's only getting worse. I feel like that no matter what you do, you are never going to be on equal ground. You're never going to be safe. You're never going to be able to just be free. You're never going to be able to do that. And is it fair? No, it's not fair to you.
Absolutely not.
It's not fair to you at all. But it's literally what you got to do. And my daddy continued to push those lessons on me.
Absolutely.
Although they were falling on deaf ears. Eventually, one day it clicked, and I was like, "This was it." So, but I also understand that, I have to, especially when it comes to parenting, I have to not manufacture things and just let them come, because the manufacturing, only thing that day when I was nudging, the only thing he got out of that was this some bullshit.
Absolutely.
And he was like, no matter what you say, now after the fact, when we had the George Floyd conversation, I said, you remember that day? And he's able to draw back, and I was like, that's what I mean. Unfortunately, that's the way it is for us.
Yeah.
But, I understand you need to be a kid, but it's a real hard battle to decide when you need to learn this and when you need to be a kid, because Aiden's a tall kid. He's not little. He's not little. And so you never know how somebody's going to feel. You know what I'm saying? He almost as tall as his mama. So maybe he runs into a police officer, a policewoman who's the same height, and maybe she feels some type of way. You never know.
It's a very scary situation.
The worst part is it's even harder because his dad's a cop.
Oh.
So how, and it's, I don't know, y'all. It's
deep.
It's I mean,
it's too
just
deep.
crazy, man.
It's deep, man.
I'll tell you, I
The Hate U Give kind of did a really good number on that.
Yeah, to an extent.
They did a decent number on that.
I mean, but it's we see it too often. I'm glad people start to put the real up, like American Skin and Queen and Slim start to put the real up of what happens. Like, I ain't like, don't show me no happy ending, because I don't believe there is one. I don't believe there is one. So,
because for one, we hadn't seen it.
Right, but let me give y'all 2 pennies of thought. This is actually story time. Yesterday, I'm leaving work. I'm walking out of the building, and a white guy, older white guy, cowboy boots, cowboy hat, starchy Archie, ho, get up. I see him glance my way, and then he takes a step. Almost he's thinking like, nah. And then he says, hey. And I turn around and he says, I know this is gonna sound random, but Black Lives Matter. And I was like, I didn't know what to say. I genuinely, it caught me off guard. And I said, for sure, appreciate it. And he says, that's bullshit. And I was like, whoa, was you baiting me, fam? So now I'm on alert. I'm on alert. And I said, what's that? And he said, what happened the other day, talking about Daunte Wright. He said, that's bullshit. And he said, like, I hope that, I hope they do something about that. And he said, I'm really sorry that happened. And I was like, my guy, I really wish, you know what I'm saying, your apology was enough. Like, I really wish it was enough. And so, but, you know, so I took my mask down, and I was like, just take a look at my face, because I could be next.
Oh.
And he just kind of looked and was just like, I just turned around and walked away. But this is in Tomball, Texas. I work in Tomball, Texas. This is in Tomball. It was really big to me for him to even say that, you know, in retrospect. But, you know, I also felt it was needed for him to understand that you feeling that way is one thing, but that don't change my reality. That don't change the fact that I'm finna walk out here, get on the road in my BMW, and I may be pulled over and judged because I'm in this vehicle that you don't feel like I should have.
Yeah.
And I could be next. Yeah. I could be. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think about that often, and I say all the time, if I'm out here and I get got, y'all make sure y'all tell my story the way it need to be told.
Absolutely.
Like straight up. So
I feel the same way.
So it's crazy, man. That's just my 2 pennies, man. I'm gonna definitely. We gotta wrap this because I'm emotional as hell.
I see it, friend. It's all over your face.
And I'm telling you, this is crazy. That we gotta continue to deal with these issues, and I just can't be, you know, this amazingly handsome black man that I am.
Oh shit, Ashley, girl, stop telling your stuff at home.
I can't be this suave debonair. I can't be that. But not for sure, man. But to wrap up every week, obviously we gotta add our 2 songs. Chris, since you missed last week, like what you got? Boy, Aiden kind of took over and dropped 2 songs for you last week. But what you got for us this week?
Shout out to Aiden.
Shout out to that kid, man.
I'm gonna go DMX exclusively since.
Right.
So,
Chill.
So my first one is gonna be "Lord, Give Me a Sign."
Lord, give me a sign.
We need signs. We need signs in this world.
Mm-hmm.
And then lastly, I go with my favorite DMX record. They don't know.
That was that track. That's the track right there.
They don't know.
Hey, DMX really was putting out some stuff, man.
He did.
You know, I'm now, since he's passed and the DMX Essentials are like #1 on iTunes, I'm actually going back and listening. And I mean, I was a lot younger when he was at his prime, but
very much so.
Lyrically, we might need to go back and
we do have
some
to revisit
of the top
it.
lists because
we should revisit.
We might have to.
I think my favorite line by him is just always hearing him say, "Mind your business, lady." That's like one of my favorite lines I've ever heard that man say. It's really good.
What you got, Nee?
Okay, what do I have? I chose Cleo by Rhapsody. I chose Cleo by Rhapsody.
Off that Eve album. Dope album, y'all.
Yeah, I chose Cleo.
Okay.
And then my second song is Bob Marley Redemption song.
Okay. All right. That's your second Bob Marley track, by the way.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go. I was originally gonna go. I'll tell you the song, but it won't be able to be added to the playlist. But the song I was definitely going to add was "Back in One Piece." Aaliyah and DMX. Y'all know y'all can't get Aaliyah music nowhere except for overseas, so we can't add that one. But let's go with, y'all seen the hat?
Yeah.
Let's go with "Story of OJ." Let's go. We definitely got to add the J.
Okay.
"Story of OJ," and then I'm gonna go. Let's go with a Wayne song as a substitute. Let's go Carter 3.
Okay.
Let's go. "Please Don't Shoot Me Down."
Okay. I'll take that.
One of my favorite verses in that song that applies. "I know that barrel burning, but please don't shoot me down." Wayne was on some shit back then.
Wayne was really decent.
Wayne was. I know you don't fool.
That's still not my favorite. I know you don't
album. Fool with Carter 3, but
I didn't. It's a few songs on there I like.
But definitely, man, we.
I almost went "Niggas in Paris" though.
I thought about it.
Just because it was niggas in there.
I thought about it. There was so many songs that referenced nigga, and I was just like, let's do that one. Let's do that one. Let's do that one. Let's do that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's definitely a conversation that we never want to die. We never want to stop having this conversation. Hopefully we get to stop having this conversation, because I'm tired of it. But y'all got anything y'all need to add to the people? We ain't got too much time.
Outside of like, share, follow.
Like, share, follow. We got to update the graphic with volume 2 of the playlist, but definitely do that, man. Definitely got to make sure we apply that. I will say that Kyrie was going to sit out for personal reasons the next night, and then Daunte Wright passed, so they even canceled the game.
That's nice.
So real big of the NBA there. But if there be nothing more,
hug a black person, hug a black man.
Hug me. I need it.
No, you don't.
Ashley
Me and Ashley on your ass.
All right. Well, it be nothing more. Rufio, appreciate you being here, man. Rufio, let's. Hey, man, stop talking. We gotta get out of here. Drop the outro, man.
I was just doing the.
You doing too much. You're doing too much.
It was the Rufio. I just watched it yesterday, man.
Oh yeah, you did.
I just watched it yesterday.